Hello and welcome back to Dash28 Live. I am your host, Mike Adkins, and we now have a third round match for you from the 2022 U.S. Kings of War Masters happening right now live from Seattle, Washington. And before we get to the match, I'd like to welcome Mike Austin and Benson to come help me cover the match. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quick for folks watching who might not know who you are? Ben, we'll start with you.
Sure. So Ben Rantle, or Benson as I'm more commonly known as, one of the hosts. The host? I don't know. I'm going to claim it. I'm the host of Direct Misfire podcast in Australia.
Man,
How much of an intro do you need?
No, that's great. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to do a little podcast shout out if you wanted to.
Yep.
And Mike,
it's not fair. I don't have anything cool like that to represent. Can I plug my business?
Can you plug your business? If you need medical supplies in Virginia,
if you need CPAPs. Mike Austin, Mid-Atlantic, clubmate of Mike Atkins, and local to the region, and typical annoying guy on podcast things. So live streams.
perennial bad cop.
I'm the bad cop. That is typically my role. Yes.
And so I just posted updated scores and pairings and everything to Dash28. So you can go there and check the news section to see all that. The match we're going to be bringing you for this round is going to be Corey Reynolds versus Mike Ireland. Because it's probably like by battle score, it's table 3. And the 2 higher tables than that have Keith Conroy, who we just streamed in round 1, and Corey Wolitzer, who we just streamed in round 2. So this is the next one down. So this should be a very interesting match. Let's bring up the lists so we can show the good people what we got in store for them. So this is Corey Reynolds. He's playing Twilight Kin. He's out of the Northeast. I think he's probably the number 1 ranked player in the Northeast. Usually is.
He should be, even if he's not on paper. He's better than all those other guys.
And yeah, he's playing Twilight Kin, so the new hotness. He's got 2 regiments of Impalers. One's got Brew of Strength, and the other has Helm of the Drunken Ram. He's got 3 regiments of Blade Stalkers. One's got Fire Oil. He's got a horde of Blade Dancer Neophytes with a Hammer of Measured Force. He's got 3 Mind Screeches, a Summoner Crone with the Spell Ward Banner and Alchemist Curse. He's got a Soul Bane on Dreadfiend with the Trickster's Wand. Nice height 4 Trickster's Wand there. Mikael and Lathiel, as you do. 13 units and 23 units strength. Mike Ireland is bringing Ratkin. It is pretty dirty. Mike Ireland is bringing Ratkin. He's got 3 hordes of shock troops. All 3 have plague pots. He's got Strider Boots on 1, Elite on another, and Brew of Strength on the 3rd. He's got 3 troops of claw shots.
Halberds on all. I was going to say they do all have halberds, so they all.
They also have halberds. Yep. So they all have phalanx.
As huge against Corey, but
which good against Mikael.
Something.
And maybe the Soul Bane on Dreadfiend. And that triple claw shots, triple weapon teams, mutant rat fiend, the war chief with the vicious aura, a Tangle, Mother Kryza, and a horde of beast cavalry allied in from Kingdoms of Men, and that's 14 drops and 21 unit strength.
So worth a note, Corey Reynolds is historically a Ratkin player as well, so he's definitely not going to be surprised by anything. I think that gives him pretty big edge here. I mean, he's a guy that can drop an army like that Twilight Kin list and learn it in a game or 2, as we've seen here. I don't know how much experience he really had coming into this tournament. I doubt it was a ton playing Twilight Kin. But
I don't know.
Mike Ireland is a Mid-Atlantic player of ours as well, and I know he's a good player. So.
Mike's list is fairly simple, though. We just got troops, a bunch of shooting, and then some characters and a monster. It's not that difficult to break down.
It's no surprises, but he's a very precise player. I know he comes from War Machine background, if I remember correctly, Mike.
I think so. Yeah. He's a fairly new Kings of War player. I think this is really his first year playing Kings of War competitively, but he was a long time competitive gamer, so he's learned fast.
Yeah, he's a very precise player, very methodical. So it's not going to be easy pickings for Corey.
Yeah. So let's pop over and see what's going on the table. They are probably working through terrain. Looks like they're just getting started.
Right. You can put them wherever you like. Yes.
All right. Looks like we do have
Oh,
sound.
they still shoot 24. Yeah.
You guys let me know. I'm going to adjust their volume a little bit so it's not too loud. The scenario is going to be push.
I'm confused.
And it looks like Mike Ireland is deploying at the bottom.
Okay.
So strong, so sexy.
And I believe I've been told that they are playing push with 2 tokens.
Interesting that he's putting the hordes almost flush. That's usually never a good sign.
It could be dangerous. Yeah. It's a matter of whether anybody's going to really nitpick him or not. I generally try not to be too pestering on people when they make mistakes like that, but this is Masters, so if you're going to be called out for it and get punished for it, this is it. So it looks like Corey's dropping individuals up there first. Is that what we see?
I think so. Or maybe the Soulbane on Dreadfiend. Maybe large
next to him, he's got this small little. He's got one in the woods there, and one behind the woods. So it looks like he's dropping his characters early, not committing to anything. Whereas Mike's just chopping horde.
Yeah, the hordes are his junk drops.
Yeah. What is the height of terrain?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The hills are 3, but I believe the forests and blocking terrain are only 6. I don't think they're 9. There should be like a height 1 difficult and a flat difficult, which will be that pond.
Okay.
Captain Dipshit.
So what's that piece of terrain that's just above the hordes there?
That's a hill.
That is a hill.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's got a hill kind of protecting him there, looking like from some shooting. And it looks like that one horde is in the size 1 terrain, it looks like.
I think so, yeah.
And then we got the water, which is a size 0 up there on the right. There's another hill just in front of that. And then
the 2 forests.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where is
2 forests on Corey's side, and there's the 2 obstacles, and both of the pieces of blocking terrain are together in the bottom right.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Little wooden shack and ruins.
I mean, I'm looking at this, and then this is a pretty wide open battlefield right here. I think Corey's probably pretty happy about that. I know Mike's got some shooting. He's got that hill to give him a little bit of protection, but you kind of want the Dale's chiming in there. You kind of want that hill a little further out, so you're not having to move on to the hill turn 1. So this is I think terrain gives advantage to Corey right now.
I think so. Yeah, thanks, Dale. It's entirely possible that you're correct, and the forests are 9, and it's only the buildings that are 6. But I remember there was a little bit of feedback that some pieces of terrain that are usually 9, or that some people are accustomed to playing the 9 were 6, and so some people might get surprised by like a Titan on a hill being able to see over something that they wouldn't expect to be able to see over. I don't know if that'll come into play. He does have a mutant. Does he have a?
He's got a mutant rat feed. He does not have the demon spawn, so he dropped the demon spawn for that horde of beast cavalry.
That's right.
I last played him at your tournament, Vanguard.
Yeah. But the mutant rat fiend is height 6 though, so on a hill he is height 9. No, but he doesn't fly, so
not quite as
that whole seeing over a building doesn't really help if you can't actually fly over the building.
I see you.
You're there.
Okay.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, there's 2 blocking next to each other. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we came into
Who's this?
Cock with some excitement and lots of new things and changes, I
Alchemist
really
Goose,
thought that
Alchemist Stone.
it was going to
And
fall
an
on the
MLB card.
responsibility of the TOs to
Scalpel?
make games more
Correct.
competitive with
All right.
terrain.
Mhm.
And
All shots are going over here. Shocking.
this
Not
tournament does not seem to have done that, in my opinion, where these Twilight Kin are going to have a real
shocking. Did I fuck that up? Or
shot
did
at being towards the top.
Mm.
Are they too far? Oh, they're fine. I think the wall's in a weird place, but that's okay. Yep, it's fine.
Yeah, to your point, Benson, he's stacking everything, touching each other.
Yes, there's no like.
I do
I'd
know
be
Corey.
afraid of being flanked.
I do know Corey. If Mike tries to do any funky business with those units, Corey's probably not going to let that fly. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we get any little skiffs going on here today.
Yeah.
Corey's
That's
bigger
gonna
than
be the-
Mike, so
Not by height though, like by width,
just by size.
Just mass.
mass.
First time I met him, I called him Fat Bradley Cooper. And,
Accurate.
he called his wife. He was like, "Tell her what you said. Tell her what you said." Like, he's a Fat Bradley Cooper. She's like, "He is. He's so handsome." I was like, "Yeah, but he's fat." I mean, I don't have anything to say about it, but that was in Unplugged GT in like 2016. I'm gonna say.
Just more of him to love.
Oh man, there's plenty of him to love.
He's a good dude.
He's a wonderful guy. Absolutely.
Runs a wonderful tournament up in New York called Crossroads. It's a 4-person team tournament. It's
wait.
like the highlight of the East Coast tournament season.
Mhm.
If you guys are watching and are close, I think it's pretty much full this year. But
I think so. Yeah, he's got 20 teams, so that's 80 people coming up to Crossroads this fall.
Nice.
September 16th and 17th, I want to say.
yeah,
So I know, Mike, you and we're going to put together with our club. We got 2 teams going. There's, I think, another club or so that has 2 teams going. It's a really unique experience, and Corey just makes tournaments seem so easy to run. So
yeah, he's a really solid TO. And if you're too far away to be able to come to something like that, I would highly recommend trying out a 4-person team tournament if you have a big enough scene to support it. He's got kind of a fun system to it where one team gets to pick 2 of the matchups, and then the other team gets to pick what scenarios they're playing, and then they switch.
Mm-hmm.
And the other team gets to set the other 2 matchups from the 2 remaining players, and then and then you play, and it's fun because just because you lose your game doesn't mean that your team is necessarily doing badly. You know, it's still all about the team, and even when you're like, well, I'm going to lose this one. You have a little bit more incentive to be like, well, I've lost like 2 games already. There's no way I'm winning this thing. But my team is still doing really well.
Yeah.
So even though I'm on the back foot on this game, I'm still going to fight for every point because our team is still in a good spot because the rest of the team has been doing well. And it's also
nice to
in
ride the
possible.
coattails of your team.
Yeah, well, and also like you try to build a set of lists that work well together.
Each one has a role. You have a list that's
Right.
like you just try to get a draw. Just get a draw.
Right.
That's all you need
Right.
to do.
You are the guy that falls on the grenade. Like the
Yep.
one list on the other side, we know we're not going to beat. You're just going to go lose as small as possible to that guy.
Mhm.
And that's literally your job every round. Like your army doesn't win, but it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could show up and lose every game and do your job perfectly, and your team still wins. So it's just kind of a weird way a different way to think about building lists with your club mates and everything.
So if we could, I just want to kind of walk through and make sure we know what units are where as this deployment's starting to wrap up here.
Okay.
Maybe you guys can be in agreement with me. Looking across Corey's list, he's got, oh my God, how to keep track of this. It looks like he's got 2 regiments of Impalers on his list, 3 Glade Stalkers.
So the Impalers on the far left, are they?
I think the Neophytes are right along that wall as a horde.
Yeah.
Then I
Yep.
think we got Glade Stalkers about touching the water, Impalers in the middle, another Glade Stalker, and then on the left, top left, we got an Impaler, a Glade Stalker, and looks like a 3rd Mind Screech up barely on the screen. And then over there in the trees behind those 2 are the Mind Screeches. We got the Soul Bane, I believe, right next to the Neophyte Horde, and 1 individual there and 1 individual over there in the other woods. So he's kind of got a 2 flank thing going on. And Mike's just
And
got a
then-
lot of shit. I
It looks
can't
like
make
that's
3 hordes.
it looks like that's probably Mikael over on the far left side. The Cav
Yep.
base turned sideways in front.
Turns out, yep, getting himself an extra half inch. Turn 1.
We roll for DCU places, so
And Mike has a whole bunch of claw shots over there on the left, and then all his hordes and his weapons teams behind the hordes. They're in the middle, and then his
It
mutant
looks
rat
like
fiend.
Corey got first turn. It looks like, or is that for scouting?
That's for dropping the push token.
Okay, not quite on the first turn yet.
So it looks like Mike put his on his Tangle.
Okay.
yeah, we unpaused
Expecting the shock troops to survive and provide protection for 6 turns.
Yeah.
Good question. Oh, Corey's just so excited to shoot that defense 4 stuff. My God,
Yeah.
I know how it feels, man. I know. I'm back in the day, my old elf stuff. I was just like, oh, shock troops, let's go.
so much.
I mean, they've all got
Like-
plague pots, so for one turn he can give himself stealthy.
Right.
Yeah,
He can save himself for one.
but if Corey goes first, you don't get to activate those plague pots.
Yeah.
So those 2 both scouted for. So I guess those are both Glade Stalkers, and it's actually the Impalers on the outside flank there. It's kind of hard to
Yep.
tell model-wise, but over here I would assume that's Glade Stalkers as well.
Yep.
Staying in cover. Those claw shots are pain in the ass. I can attest to that.
All right.
I think that's one of the issues with Mike's list is he's just once the troops are gone, which should be easy to do with the amount of shooting that Corey's got, there's not a whole lot to worry about.
So looks
on
like
the
Corey
Ratkin
has one
side.
first turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Chrysler back there.
If you guys want me to adjust their volume up or down, let me know. If you want to hear them.
Yeah, I like your idea of just doing it when we get close
When it's
to
needed. Yeah.
Oh man, Corey's being aggressive. Look at that, putting Mikhail out there like that.
He just threw Mikhail all the way out. Well, I guess if he's got nothing over there
I
except
was gonna say I don't know.
Claw
What,
shots.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that's it.
where are the Beast Cav over there on behind the shock troops as well.
It
I
looks
think
like
that's-
beside the
I-
Rat Fiend.
So he's
Yes,
just stacked
I
that
think so.
flank hard. Yeah, so that would make sense why Corey's just going all out over there.
Mm.
Yep.
So he's bringing up Impalers, just aggressive. I think that's the right move. I mean, don't let claw shots just shoot you for a while for no reason, right?
And he's not going to be able to take out Mikhail because looks like only one can get in, maybe 2 because of reload. 10 shots maximum. Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
that
survive
troop
and then
run
run amok.
Yeah.
As a reminder to folks watching, they are playing push with 2 tokens each, and there is a token in the middle. It kind of blends in with the table, but it's there. And we are playing this year's Masters with Northern King scoring, so it is all additive scoring, not differential based.
Yeah, so for those who don't know what that means, it is always in your best interest to sacrifice and get something out of it because surviving does not do you any good.
Yep.
So bloodbath is the way to go.
Hmm.
Whether you like it or not, that's just how it is.
That's how we're doing it this year.
Yeah, Alex and I have talked at length about kind of the scenario situation, how this can be really problematic if you have people that are trying to manipulate. But hopefully that doesn't happen at Masters. But then again, last Masters, things were not exactly friendly. So who knows? We gotta deliberate. Yes. Yeah, I think Corey's taking the right stance here by pushing up what he can push up. A lot of times people think you have to just stay back with this type of army. I've done that with my elves before, and then you find yourself turn 5 going, oh shit, I got to get across the board with something. Corey realizes that playing push, he's got to kind of force the subject. So I think he's playing it the right way.
Especially with the way that Mike's deployed with concentrating the claw shots on one side.
Yeah,
It's
he's got
pretty
nothing
open
else
to get charged. That yeah.
Corey's going into shooting. If you want to go ahead and mic them up.
Oh, yeah. Let's listen in.
Turn up Mike Ireland so we can hear him
Start
cry.
with a lightning bolt here into that guy. Is he touching?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Go
come
ahead.
up your height.
Tall?
I'm tall.
I'm height 5.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Yep.
So it looks like he's trying to pick off weapons teams.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
So far, so good.
And force. 2 damage. Same thing from the
Teams
next
only
target.
have 8-10, so pretty good chance of taking them off.
1 damage.
Yeah, that mind screech height
Coming
advantage.
from this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
What were the hits?
I got 1 damage.
What were the hits? Because he walked in the cover. Five. Okay.
Yep. Here we got 12 shots.
That's fine. Keep him
We'll do
honest.
them all. You get it right in front of us.
24 shots.
Yep.
This one here.
Yes. We'll delete.
So he's going after shock troops.
Okay,
Taking out the
softening
boxes.
them up.
Can't see over them. So
That's the 3s there. Okay. And then
So I
Lots of
expect
roll.
you'll just concentrate them all on the one, if you can.
Yeah.
yep.
Fours again.
4s. 1, 2. That's off.
2 damage. 2.
Not real hot for him.
In the middle.
Oh.
Should have done like 7. I wanna
Yeah,
say.
that was 2 regiments. Yeah.
That's there.
Yeah, I get those ones.
Should have done 8. He did 2. But
Yeah. That's very helpful.
6.
It's very
If he
helpful.
doesn't
for
take
Mike.
them off, the Rat Fiend's Radiance of Life will certainly help there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And over on the other side.
And these are elite. Okay. And then 5s. Okay.
Fine's probably shooting at call shots.
not a good round of shooting, Corey. Ouch.
Wow.
Not good for him. But
Target.
still, that flank, though, is still just like,
Actually, let's see something here.
let's see what he did.
Target behind the wall. Okay. Lightning bolt 6. Yep. 4s. 2 damage. 2.
So just, I'm not
Then we've got our nerf check.
key
Yes.
clued up
Here,
on
2 plus dread
Twilight
is 3.
King's
Yep. 3,
unique
5 is 8.
individuals.
So wait.
Lethal
No,
Bleak
they're
Heart.
rallied.
Oh,
What's
they're
the
rallying.
deal
Who's
with
rallying
that
them?
unit
These
there?
guys? Okay,
Yeah, so
gotcha.
Lethal basically
Over
she
here?
does
we
drain
starting?
life.
Well, we're not gonna.
But in
break
particular,
them,
she
so we'll start with
removes,
unit in the
she
back.
removes
Okay.
stealthy
We
and
got
she
3
removes
damage plus
spell ward
7.
when she's
You're
within
good.
12.
So
Right.
They're
That
rallied
means they're
twice, yeah.
defensive with that
Oh,
stuff.
wait,
She
wait,
goes
wait.
in and
Yeah, so not
cancels it out and you just
And then in the
Okay.
front, you box cars to do anything. No. All right. Over to me.
so these guys are not going to clock out.
So that's going to bring us to the bottom of turn 1. Corey did just a couple of wounds with shooting, but not a lot.
Not a lot.
Considering how much he's got with him, he did not do much damage at all, and
This
didn't get
turn-
any lucky leadership checks there.
We're going to see plate pots getting popped this turn as Mike moves up. So it's going to be an interesting situation here. We'll see how Mike plays it because that claw shot flank's still going to collapse on him.
Yes.
Yep. And he's
Yeah,
got his
unless he
tokens
rolls
in the
really
middle.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got those tokens in the middle though, so I guess he's basically just planning on running right up the middle, blocking off everything to the left with one of those hordes, and throwing the tangle across the line, and then just not dying. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, unfortunately, the classic mistake is thinking that because you're stealthy, you're just unkillable. And that's not necessarily the case. Go ask anybody who plays Night Stalkers. Twilight
Ask
Kin
Dustin
shooting.
Howard.
Yeah, Twilight Kin shooting sometimes just doesn't care. And with Corey rolling poorly like he did round 1, that means dice are going to come back around the other way. So it's going to be an interesting battle here. For sure. Yeah, I know Corey's probably a little upset about that turn not doing. Because that one horde of shock troops should be setting itself up to die next turn. Now he's got at least 2 turns of work to do on him, so it's going to be a little tricky for him.
On there also? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
How many attacks has Mikhail got? 6 attacks. Okay, so
got
he'll probably
6
take
on-
out
6
shots,
plus
yeah.
plus whatever. Where is? Did he not take it? Did he not take?
He
those
does
Shadow
not.
Beasts?
Yeah, most Twilight Kin players seem to have strayed away from the host Shadow Beast. It seems the commitment to that many points for a combo is just a little too much, and I've heard that from many of them. So I don't know if anybody actually has their Twilight Kin list with that combo.
Mhm.
But
No,
Mikhail's
there's at least one.
You're probably right. But
Yeah.
Mikhail's still 6 attacks with Elite Crush 2, doubles against any heroes, so characters of any sort, any Titans, and any monsters. So he's going to probably try to get Mikhail back behind the lines, take out some casters or something, and eventually end up in the middle of the board going to fight, the
Ooh.
Rat Fiend and
Is putting that tangle on the hill where everything can see it a mistake?
yeah, the shock troops are not on the hill size-wise, so it could be.
Maybe he's presenting the option like, are you going to try take out the tangle, or do you want to try and reduce
Deal
that
with the shock
threat?
troops.
Yep.
I guess it does have only regen 6.
Yeah, but it's still pretty dope.
Dash 14 only defense 4, and it's holding both his tokens. I don't know that I would put that kind of option up there for Corey.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. Because you shoot it off the board, then the tokens are behind him. What's he going to do, right? I guess he could pick it up with the beast cavalry behind there, but then they're speed 5, not flying,
and not flying, right? Which is
Mm.
the whole point of why he took them, so he could have something that flies.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's a little bit of criticism, despite him being my region. I don't really like the beast cavalry in that list. I think it looks like he had wavered that one more engine there. He would have that demon spawn in that spot instead. That was almost a 1-for-1 trade. No, not quite, but he was running the demon spawn, and he could be peppering a little lightning bolt out there. The crush 3 threats just real powerful when those guys just crush 1. It just doesn't do quite as much. So
And it's only 5 attack difference as well.
Right.
So
yeah, and you get the rally from the demon spawn too, which is nice. And these guys are not inspired by anything either. Right. So it's kind of a risky situation there. I mean, it's not like the other dude didn't fly 20, Right. We'll see how it plays out. But
I know that when I played him in Mountaineer a month or so ago, I think I one-shotted the Beast Cav with like a horde of whites or something.
Yeah, they're average, and they don't.
Yeah,
they have no
standard 15-17. But
no wave protection. But we'll see how they play out. Mutant Rat Fiend, I think, is still good.
So is Mike put the Beast Cavalry in range to be able to charge how many things there? Can't quite tell in terms of distance what the Mind Screech is, possibly.
Probably can get the Screeches. Definitely can get those. I guess those are Impalers that are coming up on the outside.
Yeah, I'm wondering if those Impalers can charge that Rat Fiend. Might be.
They're pretty fast.
They are speed 6.
And which flavor of Impalers is that one?
So they're like Palace Guard. But they have a few extra attacks. They're 15 attacks on 3s.
Yeah, but is that strength or a drunken ram? Do we know?
That I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
Nothing else matters for right now, at least. Then that should give me.
But either way, they're crushed too.
Good and good.
So he's going to try to shoot the Glade Stalkers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, take out that ranged threat.
You went already.
So is that the Soul Fiend right behind Mikhail, or is that a Dread Fiend?
I think it's Soulbane on Dread Fiend.
Okay, and then the other Mind Screech. There's a third Mind Screech in the woods there, right next to the Neophytes.
Soul Dread on Bane Fiend.
Whatever it's called. Actually, no, I think that thing behind Mikhail is the other Mind Screech.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And the thing in the woods is the Twilight Kin character on the monstrous mount, whatever the fuck it's called. Now I gotta look. You made me all self-conscious about it. I'm never gonna say this unit name right again.
Soulbane on
Dread Fiend. Who names these things? Jesus Christ! Yeah. I swear to God, they just write like a bunch of emo words up on a dartboard and throw darts at it to name.
Twilight Kin, at least, yeah.
That's the Games Workshop way of naming things.
Oh God! Now Games Workshop is so much crazier.
Yeah.
Ales.
All right, Mike has moved on to shooting. Looks like.
Yep, 7 hits.
Oh, 7 hits.
See if we do 7 wounds. No, 6 wounds. Okay. Lightning 5. Same unit.
You hit on. Hold on. Banner of Abbottshire. So you hit on 5s. Yep.
3 hits.
Yeah, that's right, Corey. Keep him on it.
1 wound.
One wound. 7.
7 total. You ran. Everybody else ran.
So where's our leadership dice
Yep.
there?
All right. So 5.
I'm good.
And no melee turn.
All right.
Okay.
Yep, your turn too.
So my 2.
So nothing happened to that unit. I couldn't hear.
Nah.
Some reasonable amount of wounds, but rolled low on the nerve.
If they're alive, they're alive.
Only rolled a 5, so didn't quite get the waiver on a 14-16 unit. I think he did like 8-ish wounds and rolled a 5, so missed the 14. And that'll bring us to the top of turn 2.
Let's see where Corey's going. So Corey's going straight into the front of the shock troops. Just hold them up, do some damage. We have to assume that Mike popped the plague pots on those 2 hordes.
I don't know.
Has he got markers that we can tell?
Mess there.
He usually has markers, and I'm trying to spot them.
I think if you look at the back left of each of those hordes up front, there's a gap, and then the horde that's further back, it still has something there. So I think he popped it for those 2 frontal hordes, and the one that's back a little, he did not.
Great.
So let's see if Corey just goes ahead and charges them instead with the neophytes.
And I think Mike did pick up the center token with that rightmost shock troop horde.
Yep, it is in there.
Also,
Measuring, get out of charge.
Let's bag these guys up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that he can. I couldn't tell, but
actually, we do the same thing this way.
Oh, those are markers in the front. Yes, you're correct. Yes, if you look at
I see them now.
hordes, there's a little green pot thing
yeah.
that he pulls off and puts in the front. Yep. No, you are correct. I remember now. Last time I played against him, he did have little actual
Okay.
pots with green flame or smoke or something that he puts out in front of his units. So yeah, that's what that is.
Smaller base. Yeah.
All right, so a bit of shuffling going on there.
Yeah, I think Corey's ready for the combat, expecting his Glade Stalker to start doing some combat and wound on 4s with everything, right?
I got those.
I just want to know what's going to happen on the left there.
Yeah.
Gonna fall back there.
Yeah, pulling everything back. Stay out of range of the beast cav.
Mm-hmm.
Staying 18 inches there.
I just let them charge me. Fuck it.
Yeah.
They're not that good. You're gonna be hindered. They're gonna be crushed on 4s, 9 hits, and then wounded on mind screws.
Back up.
Who cares really?
See, the way I like to think is the amount that they can do maximum, not the average, because dice sometimes spikes.
I do pluses and minuses after the fact, right? So on average, they do 9 hits and then 6 wounds. So it could be as many as 8 of Mind Screech. And a Mind Screech probably doesn't die there if it's inspired. But whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be
Which are 13, 15.
10 inches away.
yeah. So he would need at maximum roll. He would need a 7 twice. So.
All right.
And he comes back with 2 Glade Stalker regiments. 3s with elite.
Yeah, that's the thing about Twilight Kin. You can't just run up on their archers and expect to roll over them.
Right in the back. All right. Stay down.
What's that on the most central horde, just above it? Can't
That's
make
the
that out.
plague pot. That's the plague pot.
Oh,
right
okay, right.
there. Yeah, so he basically puts it in front of him to show that he's got his stealthy and
Snare for the turn.
1 turn. Yeah, so it looks like that unit over there is out. Oh, no, he's got something there.
These guys are the ones with 2 wounds on them, right?
Say again?
These guys are the ones with 2 wounds on them.
Yes.
I mean,
So what to do there?
claw shots aren't that hefty. 8-10.
Yeah, their defense is still annoying though. It's like one of those things where you could find yourself not just getting the rolls to wound, and I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah, they've got cover behind a wall, but
Right.
yeah, still not.
They're still defense 5, right?
I think so.
Yeah, yep.
Still pretty bad.
Yeah, that's the annoying part.
Did he remember his Radiance of Life? In the Ratkin side?
Corey hopes not.
Can't.
I can't
see
quite
what
tell
else.
looking at the dice. Mike plays them enough, I would hope so.
Those guys. Okay.
Yeah, Clash Shots defense 5.
Maybe the
Alright.
pressure of Masters is getting to him.
Maybe.
Is he hindered? Oh yeah, that's right. He is. Yeah.
Okay, so Mikhail has gone into the claw shots,
It won't matter.
Mhm.
and whatever else was following Mikhail has gone into the other claw shots.
Is that a Mind Screech charging?
Probably
That's what it
a
looked
Mind
like to
Screech.
me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hold them up.
interesting choice. I guess they can't shoot back after you punch them, so
Yeah, melee 5 in for the claw shots is not a threat at all.
I see. And the Mind Screech at least hits on fours.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
In combat, so-
Yeah, that is something Corey would do is go, fuck it, I'm going to use it in combat.
Here, we'll just do the Alchemist Curse.
Because if he manages to take it out, getting a bit lucky, you can then get a flank charge.
Oh yeah, there's
Pretty
huge,
easily.
huge perks after that.
Defense on Crisis 5, right? 5.
So
He's going to go after Kryza, he knows.
yeah, Alchemist Curse on Mother Kryza. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Always ones
That's
on
the thing.
twos. It's just.
It's pretty good.
Here's 4. Here's 4. Oh, sure. Yeah. So 5 damage. 5 damage.
5 damage to Mother Kryza.
Okay.
That's the thing. Corey saw
Then we'll
the
do all the
bait.
blade stalker shots here into the central unit.
13, 15 nerve on the mom, so she should be okay.
15,
This time, yeah.
20, 25, 30.
Yeah, 6 more after this. Okay. Okay.
Nobody moved. There's no cover. There's no stealthy. So it's 4s with elites.
Turn the volume up a little. You can...
Is he shooting Kryza again?
No, I think he's shooting one of the hordes.
Probably the one without stealthy because he just said no stealthy. So
One. And one more. What do we got? Look good?
Yep.
So 2 more hits.
And 6 more shots.
Yep.
So much shooting.
So
Thank
much
you.
shooting. Yeah, good job pointing out a die that he
So
forgot to pick up.
4, 6, and 7. 6 more. And then take 1 out of those. And we got 6 more shots there.
We got it.
4s. 2 1s. 2 hits and 2 misses. How appropriate. 4 hits. 2 more damage.
2 more damage.
9 so far.
That's going to be 9.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, for all of his shooting, to only
Would
be
you
9
about
wounds.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. Coming from where?
Right there.
Okay.
say who has Fireball on his list? I didn't even know. Let's go, look.
That'll
Probably
be the Lethael,
2
I think.
elites.
Late deal, yeah.
Misses.
Yeah.
Hits. 4s.
Lathiel creep along behind those
3
impalers.
damage. And they are
Shattered.
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 That's what, 12 plus shattered?
That's a thing.
12 plus shattered, but with
With the
rally,
lightning
still
bolt here?
need like a 10.
Hmm.
No, but
Taller
he's
than everything, so no cover.
still got 2 mind screeches though.
Alright, 3 hits. 1 damage.
Should be 2 inches.
It's a little more than 2 inches.
So 2.5. I mean, if we can get you up to 3. If we like fix where they are, because they ran 12, she ran 10.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, shenanigans. Somebody's trying to
Some
cheat.
agreement here.
Somebody's trying to cheat.
Like, yeah,
More likely the tangle just slid down the hill half an inch.
Yeah.
She's a spider. She should know better.
Okay. Lightning bolt 6 there. Okay.
Yeah, that rally's really going to matter
2 hits.
for
3
this.
hits. Yep.
If you can get a lucky waiver or something, it could be
15, we're getting there.
15 with
Here.
shatter.
Okay.
Blast 6 there.
Now we start to worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's get them out of 20.
Oh my god. So much damage.
And that was with stealthy as
A
well.
little farther forward. Okay. Yep.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah, what was that? It's 15 on the horde, 15
So
wounds.
that, you alchemist cursed. You casted, you shot. You shot. All right. We'll start over here. So we've got 5 plus dread. Okay. So it's 6 plus 11.
Yep, again.
Don't know what that is over
6
there.
plus 11. She's gone. Yep.
That's Mother Chrysagon on double
Okay.
11s.
Right.
here.
That'll
We've got
do it.
15
It shattered.
plus shattering, so 14.
That's fine.
4, you're good. All right.
All right, the horde survives.
Let's see here. We got hand to hand there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be 15 attack.
Yes.
5.
So losing Mother Cries at
Yeah.
a 5 wound, what, lightning bolt? It's pretty big in turn.
You are ensnaring me. Yes. So 4s with elite.
Would have thought it would go the other way, but them's the dice.
Yeah.
Really?
Holy cow.
Miss. Anything else?
All right.
Good roll still.
2 more hits.
They don't need to
So
kill
nine
her
hits.
here.
Looks
but
like
start
9
hits.
tossing them up.
What's their crush?
1 more.
What's their crushing?
Crush 2.
Crush 2. Okay.
Dust the
Yeah, so
2s.
they're bruising.
And 8. 8 damage.
These guys are strength.
Let's put them at 10. Yep. Brew strength on the bridge.
Yeah.
So 8 damage.
Softening them up.
That's 8. So you're good. So it's an 8. 8 plus 8. 18. Because you're 10.
So the question is, can that horde of shock troops kill those neophytes in
Yes.
one go?
And that's all for combat over there. So we'll go over here.
Okay.
So we've got on the edge 6 attack hitting on 3s.
Yes.
All right, Mind Screech on a claw
5
shot.
hits. Rush 2. Yep. 2 damage. Plus dread. That's 3. I'll do that here. Yep. You're good.
Crush 2.
In the middle.
Wait a minute.
So hitting on 4s. With
Oh,
elite.
okay, so that's the Soul Bane on Dreadfiend then,
Elite.
because he just said Crush 2.
Okay.
Three
Yeah,
hits.
so
And Mind Screech definitely does not have Crush 2.
2 damage. So it puts him in 4. Plus dread is 5. Plus 7. Got him.
With no inspiring about.
So Mikhail is just chilling over there. That is
Yep.
a problem.
All right.
Yeah.
I will hop over the wall. I do. 4 inches. You want to move me for me? Yes. Thank you.
You got it.
All right. That's
Yeah,
me.
I think Mike expected that center to just win, but it's not going to win as fast as Corey's going to win over there.
No.
It's only 3 claw shots. So I think there's a situation at hand here for Mike. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that was a very solid round of shooting from Corey.
Mm.
Yeah, he put a lot of wounds on that central horde, and put just enough wounds on Cryza to pick her up with a big nerve roll. So we'll see if
And I will. Yeah, I got you.
if Mike does what some newer players do, which is step on the gas when they take early shooting losses and overextend themselves a bit.
Now,
Yeah, so even now, so he's engaging that Gladestalker regiment with the very damaged horde.
Yeah.
I guess it kills something, but
Yeah,
He's
I don't
in
think
a
he
tough
would be able to
spot,
get the neophytes. They're just too high a nerve.
yeah, he doesn't. There's no way he pops them, right? So he's trying to
Yeah.
get something before he goes out. But
this unit more than half in the forest or no? What's that? This unit is half. It is half in the forest. Okay.
But even if Mother Chrysler was hanging about and they were stuck in combat for another turn or so, that sort of left side doesn't really do much because he's holding up claw shots, which aren't going to do much, and he's on the other side, and yeah, wasn't a good situation from the start.
No, leaving the claw shots out there without any real. I think those beast calves should have been on that left flank to keep Corey honest. He wouldn't have been able to charge up with everything that he did. And beast calves just aren't going to win this other side for him.
No.
Speed is king, and 24-inch shooting is faster than 20-inch flying. So, yeah, I think Mike's.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. I'll be right back. You keep
Trying to
going.
think about what he's doing. Oh, Corey with a psychology move right there. Going to get water. I don't even care what you do. I'm not staying here. You play by yourself, good sir. I know that one. That one.
Just do whatever you're doing. It's not going to matter.
It
Right?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Get out of here. We had a guy we used to play with Warhammer Fantasy back in the day, and he would just like to look at you and go, "I know what I would do." like stop it. Stop it. He would also deploy his whole army while you deploy one unit, and he'd be like, "All right, I'm done." You're like, "Stop, man." It's mind games, all mind games.
I'll be wounding on 3.
Yeah, I think this
I
table.
love playing mind games. It's great.
Yeah. Alex and I used to always joke about just like roll your dice as fast as possible. Don't cheat, but just make them think you're cheating. Get them to think you're just picking the dice that aren't actually there. Just fuck with them, you know.
In the first round on stream today, Patrick Zoro Allen kept stepping back away from the table and like whispering stuff into the microphone.
Oh, really? I didn't have sound on when I watched it. That's pretty funny.
he was whispering stuff like, "I'm pretending to be really sneaky here, like I'm saying something from the live stream, but really I'm just fucking with Corey." Or Keith, rather.
Keith, yeah, he's a good, but Zoro's a funny guy, man. So Mike just said he's going to be charging with Tangle.
That's nimble.
It's surprisingly decent in combat as well with 9 attacks.
No, it is.
It always gets me.
It's just, is it really worth putting yourself out there to kill a unit of impalers?
Or just stand around and get shot.
Yeah. He moved it up. He better do something with it.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful not to get too close to the neophyte horde.
So here's a problem I have. I'm not trying to pick on Mike in particular, but people in general, when they move monsters, they have a tendency to really do what Mike just did there, where he angled him one way, moved him, and then he somehow managed to just kind of shift a little bit.
Yeah.
Monster, it's not so easy to move him. Do it right. Do it right. You got a lot of people out there playing Night Stalkers right now, and there's probably a lot of that not going real clean. Like, I will say I respect Alex Chavez, who he'll often start moving and go, "Nah, I'm fucked." He's like trying to do it. And he's like, I just fucked it up. I can't do it, you know. And I've played against one person. I won't name names, but I've played at a Masters before. This Masters plays heavy monsters, and they're not nimble. They shouldn't be doing this kind of lineup there, you know. Like, come on, people need to play clean. You're not nimble. Accept it. So it looks like Corey's trying to keep Mike honest on that too.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to get him out there, but he doesn't want him to get flanked, obviously. But he should have not been behind a unit. He should have been beside you. There you go.
It looks like I just run past everything.
All right. For anybody just joining us or joining in the last few minutes, this is round 3 of the U.S. Masters. We are watching Corey Reynolds at the top of the table with Twilight Kin play Mike Ireland with Ratkin across the bottom. They are playing push with 2 tokens. Mike's tokens are on his tangle there in the middle, and he's picked up the middle one with that shock troop horde that's kind of in the middle next to the hill. And Corey's 2 tokens are on one of his infantry regiments off to the left side of the screen. I think probably the one in the front.
His 2 tokens are actually on that neophyte horde right in front of the wall.
Oh, did he put him on the neophyte horde? Okay.
I believe so, yeah. Am I right in that, Benson?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I thought that was.
I thought he dropped him on the other impalers, but that's fine. I will take your word for it. We are in the bottom of turn 2. So far, Corey had a lackluster first round of shooting, but then a pretty decent second round of shooting.
Oh, getting the beasts in there.
Beast Cavalry coming in there.
All right. Okay.
At least he can take them out and then reposition at the end of the combat, assuming that
Yeah.
he'll rout them and then have good arcs for it charging the next turn.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I will say that Corey is lacking a little bit on some combat presence over on that flank.
Yeah.
But he's also going to be bringing Mikhail in from behind that next turn, but turn 4. And Tangle's going to be saying, hello, Mikhail, at a certain point here. So.
Yeah.
So I can have 1 inch to back up.
For those of you trying to follow along
This guy.
at home, we are posting the scores and pairings for each round on Dash28. You can look under the news section or the recently posted articles section. We'll have recaps
These guys have 20 attacks and a hammer.
as they become available. I'm also going to try to get some of the folks there on site together after this round to give us a little quick wrap up on their thoughts on how the day went, which will be on our YouTube channel. In addition to a daily wrap up of the standings at the end of this round. And then tomorrow we will be back with the 3 remaining rounds of the tournament. Streaming all day and more score updates and recaps as we follow along.
Yeah, if it's okay, I'll give a little insight for anybody that's joining late or trying to keep up with what's going on, talking through what units are where. I can test from watching round 1. It's a little hard to see if you're watching a small phone or something like that. So we got Corey Reynolds up top. From right to left, he's got a Mind Screech, Regiment Gladestalkers, another Mind Screech right in there pinched between 2 units. And he's got Gladestalkers there engaged with a horde of shock troops. Just in front of the wall, he has a horde of Neophytes with Hammer and Measure Force. They got 2 tokens. Buttoned up next to them, he has another Mind Screech. In the woods there on the left, he has a regiment of Gladestalkers. Out in the open there, he's got a regiment of Impalers. They are pretty badly damaged from some shooting. And then down on the bottom left, you have a Dread Fiend on Soulbane. Soulbane
on Dreadfiend.
Soulbane on Dreadfiend is engaged with a troop of shock troops down there. And then you have Mikhail, who just broke through Mike Ireland's battle line. And
then I think that might be the Summoner Crone with the Impalers on the far left.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And I'm not sure where Lathiel is. I think
Lathiel is over there with the 2 regiments of Gladestalkers in the woods, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think that's the opposite. I think Lathiel is over there on the left, and I think the mage is over there on the right, because Lathiel dropped a shattering on something over here. So.
Oh yeah. Firebolt something.
Yeah.
Or Alchemist Curse. Oh no, wait. He cast Alchemist Curse. Over there, and the Summoner Crone has Alchemist Curse. So I think I think the one all the way on the extreme left is the Summoner Crone.
Yep. So Lathiel's over on the right, and then Mike Ireland on the bottom. He's got a troop of claw shots there on the left, bottom left. Another troop of claw shots there in the woods. What he's manipulating right now is a horde of shock troops. He has Beast Cavalry and shock troop horde there engaged with a regiment of Impalers in the middle of the board. He has 2 weapon teams right behind that. He's got Tangle right behind that as well. He's got a Mutant Rat Fiend that just blitzed past his own units there, looking at those Gladestalkers. And down on the bottom right of Mike, he has a weapon team that got wavered turn 1 that's kind of
maybe he's forgotten about
it. No, there it goes.
There we go.
There we are. And he's got a War Chief wandering around someplace.
Somewhere.
I can't see it.
Too small.
There's a rat on this table. We might be able to find it.
Is that what's in the dead center of the board right now?
Ah, right.
Yep. That's what that is.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Is he mighty?
He's mighty?
Is he trying to block? Oh, there you
One
go.
rat.
He's
One mighty rat.
That's what that is.
Yep. We picked up the Ninja Sora, yeah. So let's shoot.
With a vicious aura.
Shooting if you want to give him a mic right now.
Give him some.
Yeah.
Of course. 3 hits, nice. And then 2s. No, no. That was a 6. You're good. 3 ones. 3 ones. That puts him at 10. Kryza is dead.
Kryza's dead.
Kryza, Tangle.
He mistook his own unit.
Weakness, those guys. Weakness, which
They're all
guys?
the same, yeah.
These ones here. Okay. So, he's got the line? Sure. No. No, you won't. No, I won't. That's what's up. Okay. Yep. Fight me. Fight me. Where do you want to start? We'll start in the
Oh
woods.
no, nerve check on that unit
Surprise
you
to hit
shot,
me?
dude.
Yes. With elite. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mike's struggling here. I think he's forgetting his
Stressing
rules,
out.
man. Yeah, he definitely didn't radiance anything either.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if that's a 14, 16 unit of impalers that he just got up to like what, 9 wounds? He
At 10. It's
definitely
at 10.
10.
He's got
10.
it
He
at
should
10.
definitely make a nerve check.
Okay,
There.
2 ones. Okay.
Yeah, I think nerves are getting Mike right now.
And a 5. Okay. All right. And then units with vicious. Good. Yep. Got them all. How many you got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. All right. 6 once. Yes, sir.
So they're not inspired over there. So I guess Lethal's not over there.
I think she's near the front unit.
Yes, you got them. Okay.
All right, so that
Okay,
picks
that's
up
spicy.
Glade Stalkers in the
Okay.
back there.
So we will pick up.
But now what do
Staying
you do?
this way.
Yep.
I'll stay in the
Charge them
forest.
in the rear.
Yeah, you should. Out of their line, I think. No way.
No way in hell.
It kind of doesn't matter. That unit has so many wounds on it. They're dead
much
to
steeper
some light
freeform,
shooting
like
or
so.
anything.
Something like that. So let's keep the.
I
right
would
here,
just
right?
present the rear. I mean, they're gonna die.
Like
So
that if you wanted.
if he charges them with
Just like that. Yep.
the neophytes, that's fine.
Totally good.
Yeah,
Here,
right. Like
30 attacks from the big boys.
if Corey wastes the neophytes charging on that dead shock troop
Oh.
horde, then he's doing Mike a favor.
Yep.
Yeah. I think those neophytes should be able to get another
Hitting
horde
on
over there.
forwards.
It looks like he did pop the.
These are not elite, right? Not elite.
But
Not anymore. Rush 2. Yep. No vicious on those ones, right? Nope.
I
Okay.
think those impalers are dead.
What do I need? Twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right. So you need 4 once. No, twice. Sorry. I guess still got the beast cab. Oh, that's right. Those are the thing that happened.
What was
Hitting on
that?
3s.
Those are a thing that happened. Corey says.
2s. Or 3s. Doesn't matter. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So double once.
Yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, twice. So Lathiel's around there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, got to do it. Anything. Good. And good. Got him. Okay. Beast cab are going to back up. 1 inch. Looks like there. Okay. These guys, I guess, just go forward. You're going to wind blast me anyway, so.
Right. Like you've got your
Might as
your
well.
backstop with the tangle, so they can't wind blast anymore.
Yep.
What do they do? I get you.
I don't know that I would go forward.
Might as well, right?
We're just gonna.
I don't know. The wind blast. Let me see. These guys are in range. You could charge me with everything if you wanted. These guys were just barely in. Don't think I can swizzle my way out of it. If I go forward, I block my leader point. Do I
Does
care?
where's the war chief? Is that the war chief in the middle or not?
I think that's
them,
Lord
right?
Chief
That's
in the
supposed to be
middle
a
of the board.
6.
Yeah. It's got to be. It's not.
We
really
will go forward. Okay. Rally. 1. Perfect.
big time in it.
Yeah. Something like that.
Hmm.
Perfect. Okay. It's a thing.
I think that is gonna.
That was my turn 2. Okay.
I feel bad that he didn't roll nerf.
I know. I mean, it's going to be huge.
What's
here
the
'cause
courtesy here?
It's already into the new turn at this point.
Yeah.
So
Would it not be also on Corey to say my unit has been damaged? You should roll. I mean, that's how we would do it in Australia.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I personally would go, hey, you didn't roll nerve, but like, you can't say Corey knew for sure that he missed it.
First, then go second.
Yeah, unless he rolled it and we somehow missed it, but I'm pretty sure he did not do any nerve checks at the end of shooting.
So they're going to pivot, hit in like that, and slide over, and then they'll come into the flank, right? Yep, that's easy.
Yeah, that's gonna do the business.
So that's them going.
Yeah, and that's
Unless
basically game too. I mean, you're not ensnaring in the flank with 30 attacks on 3s with Elite Crush too.
Yeah.
It's
And then
20.
that's the neophytes across the board, and then there's no way to stop them.
Yep.
But Mike does still have the center token.
Yeah, I still think
For now.
that was a mistake
For
right
now.
there. I think that was a mistake by Corey charging those claw shots. I think Mikhail needs to go over there and punch
The tangle.
Tangle. Yeah, I think that was a big mistake. Five shots is not worth not going to kill Kryza. And if somehow Mike wins this game, that's why, in my opinion. I think Mikhail should be where that dice tray is, and maybe not quite that close because he's got those war engines over there. But I still think he needs to be going and joining the real fight. Killing the troop of claw shots is not the real fight right now.
No.
But I guess he will kill that horde of shock troops and turn those neophytes towards the juice. And maybe he's hoping to kill her next turn or something like that. But I think Mikhail should be going off and trying to push the fight.
I mean, he's 230 points. He's not making his points up yet.
He should not be fighting Clark. The first one was fine. He didn't want to get shot off the board, but he got a lucky breakthrough that one troop, and he needs to go capitalize on it. And killing another troop of Clark shots is not going to do it. And he might not even kill him this turn. He got lucky last time. Yeah,
And if that's difficult terrain in front of where the claw shots are, it's not like he can zoom through it as well. I suppose he could get around. He can't charge anything.
That's what I was gonna say. He should have just moved, somewhere where that dice tray is, somewhere within that. I mean, probably the war engines could have turned and lit him up a little bit, but without doing the math, he should at least be pushing that fight over there, trying to ground the beast cavalry if he can, trying to go after Tangle. Claw shots are not the target for Mikhail at all.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So I'm curious what he does over here. He's just going to try to shoot that horde of shock troops off the board at this point, I guess.
Yep.
He's got that other regiment of Glade Stalker needs to go join that fray of shooting as well. Foray. I don't know where Lathiel and the other summoner are right now. Is the summoner right there in the middle, right between, like in the middle of
the two
Mike's
boards?
stuff?
Going outside his
I
charge.
think that's Lathiel.
She just like ran up in front of everything, basically.
I think she was behind the impalers that died,
Okay.
and then the summoner crone is all the way over there.
Yep, on that other flank. Yeah.
Can you move the cursor and that appears on the stream to be able to see, so we can just point it out?
Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So I think that's
That's
Lathiel.
smudge. Yeah.
I think that's the summoner crone.
Okay.
Ooh, whoops, paused.
Oh no, we're second behind. So let's see. Lathiel.
Try to filter out pornography or any obscenities or anything that they flash at the screen. I will now have a split second to catch it before it goes live.
Okay. And then what are they doing? I believe they're going to charge. You tell me if it's possible, but I believe it is.
So the crone is over
Why are they
there.
charging? If I set up like this. Right there. And then I'll flush, right? Just make sure. Yep. You carry on. You do it. So coming through here. And can you charge through her? She's yielding. Yes. She's yielding? Yep. She is yielding.
Well,
Coming along that line.
then I guess so.
So you're still going to be on top of her if you hit there. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can show me a spot. No, I'll go elsewhere then with her. Okay. No big deal. No big deal.
It seemed like a weird place to try to put her anyway,
Yeah.
since
I'll just go stand an inch from. Yeah, there you go. Just
Yeah.
all right, Beast Cavalry. If you want to charge her, Lathiel,
Go ahead. Right.
Hit there.
10, 12, 16. Yes.
See everything over there.
Yeah.
He can drain life into combat, right?
Yeah.
So
Can.
he might be trying to do that. Soften those up a couple wounds extra.
I suspect that mutant rat fiend will have like nothing to charge next turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Won't be looking at anything.
Yeah, because the one Mind Screech up there is already outside the woods, so he
Behind
can't
the
see
woods.
through the woods. And then
Yeah,
the
there's
other
that
side's dark. So
He has no wounds.
yeah, kind of a flub on Mike's part, I guess. So he was trying to get around to that side angle and couldn't, so he just like, fuck it, I'll just go straight forward. And
Yeah.
Corey is definitely taking advantage of it.
I thought he moved him there for the Radiance as well, like to try and get that front horde, but I don't think he remembered. So,
I don't think he's triggered Radiance once. I haven't seen any wounds come off
Outside his
at all.
charge range.
The Radiance thing says it's for vermin only,
Range.
and I don't see any other units in his list with the vermin keyword.
right, okay. Well, that'll be the reason.
That would be it.
Leave it to us to not know the rules.
Well, they're rats. They're all vermin, surely.
Right. My assumption is they all just have all the special rules and all the keywords. That's how rat can work, right? Synergy or something. Everything stacks.
That's appropriate.
So what is verminous in the list? Is it basically just a
He's got
swarm?
things to do. I have Valak there. Okay.
I can't remember if the slaves have it or not, or whatever they're called.
We'll start with lightning bolt there.
You want to turn them up a little bit?
Yep. Looks like he's going into
6.
shooting.
I keep stealing your stick, Mike. Yep, that's okay. Force. One elite. Jeez. Nope. Enough. Word. Okay. This one. Go in there. Same target. Yes. Force.
Corey's very tan.
4, 5 hits. No elite. Okay.
I saw him on Facebook. They were just at the beach. So,
3 damage. That puts him at 18. 18. Yep.
all right, so he's got those on basically snakes at this point. What are they, 20, 22 maybe?
22, I think, yeah.
So,
These guys will shoot there?
If they're close enough to get any rallying, then a 5, maybe.
I think they're base 1921, aren't they?
I don't think so.
No, 22, I think. 2022.
I do. It's close. The hit in there? Yes. That should be cover. No, because I'm out of the terrain here. My leader point is out here. Yep. That's why I moved them up that far. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Right. Am I right? Okay. So 6, 12, but I did move. Yep. So it's 5. Okay.
I thought they were steadying.
So elite.
It's Twilight are not steadying, right?
That's why they are not studying now.
Force again. 3 damage, right? 3 damage, yes. So that puts him at 21. Yes. Perfect.
Definitely on snakes.
And they rallied once, correct? At least. Okay. Oh, these guys, yep. So 21, they're 20, 22, 23, 24. Right. So I did 3. That's cool. I'm good with that. All right.
Doesn't get better than that, Corey.
No.
Green life, 7. Okay.
Here comes the drain light.
Force.
3.
Piercing 1. Yep. 2 damage. Into the token holding guy. So that puts him at 12.
It's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's a big fight right there. If he can pop those guys, that's
This guy here.
that's basically game, right?
Unless he gets it. Well, he
Is he rally?
could get it back with the beast cav, but
Yeah,
they're double
those
rally.
fights are about to
Keep the
turn.
guy in the back. Yes. Back in there. Okay. 6 lightnings. Yes.
yeah. But the way the neophytes, he'll have to be careful reforming them to make sure they can see around the
1
hill.
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Puts him at 4.
Well, the beast cav are large enough that you can
Everybody
see
shot.
them no matter
Okay,
what.
so guy in the back.
Yeah,
4.
the beast cav will be somewhere else.
7. He's gone.
But if they're picking up the tokens, what size is Tangle?
Here.
It's a Titan, I
He
think.
is 3.
Really?
Oh, he pivoted, right? 4 to 6 in my life, yeah. Yep.
hide 3
You
times.
were in because of the button sword, and I was like, oh, that's right, he pivoted. That's the thing. Okay,
That horde's
so
gone.
that's all our shots. Yep. Nerves. Okay. Over
Is
here.
accepted.
Yep. Foxy guy. Okay. Actually, we'll start with Mikhail. Yep.
Mikhail's.
His 6.
Oh, it's frustrating me.
Not hindered this time, so 3s. Doesn't matter because he sucks. So 4 and 2. 3 damage. Lost dread. So it's 4. Plus 7. Got him. Not really, right?
They're right.
They're up
10.
here, right?
4 damage. Oh, yes, yes.
All shots are 8-10, so yeah, that'll
You
be
got lucky there.
It
Jesus.
did.
Yep.
Yeah, still don't love it, but
And I think I'm literally going to stay right there because that's flat terrain, right? So I can see over that.
did somehow that
At least
other,
that, yeah.
Oh,
did that
here's
other weapon
It's
team?
been questionable if there's height line terrain or not.
Right, yeah. The black line of sight. So 5 hits on the other unit. All damage.
What's the
Right?
crushing? Plus 2.
Ooh. So 5 damage.
Yep.
Plus dread.
Hmm.
Got him. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So that's all the claw shots.
He
So Corey
turn
now
to face the
has
center. Let's see what happens here. So we got 12 attacks. 6 and 6.
So there's
So
going to
I
be the
charge
Blade
the woods,
Stalkers into
But I am
the
Pathfinder. Okay. So 3s.
Shock Troop Horde on the right.
Ooh, jeez. So many 2s. And 4s. Yep.
You might live then.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Just 3.
So 3 damage puts him at 15, right?
still
So that's a
7.
7 before rallying.
Yep.
Oh, good. 20, right? Double rally. Okay. Then over here, that matters. So I'm going to flank at 30. Okay. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay. So in the flank, 3s and 2s. I do have the function rating on that.
that's the unit that might not be there.
Yeah,
That's 1, 2, 3, 2.
this horde is getting one-shotted.
Yeah. I mean, this Impaler regiment might do it by themselves.
1.
Fucking nasty. Winning on 2s.
Am I missing any, Mike?
No, it looks good.
All
It
right.
does look
Then
good,
these are
Mike. It
rerolls.
does look good.
So a 2 and a 1 come out. And then these are 2s.
Yes.
Then all of them. So we got 5. We got 10.
18 right there.
We got 15. We got 19.
Okay. Seems good.
It's okay.
Seems good.
24, 25 from the front. Yep. And snared because you got the pots in the front.
Yes.
So 3s down to 4s. The elites coming out. 2s, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1.
Barely any 3s there.
You took a
Instead, it
reroll?
didn't much work. That poor chieftain's just
Three
like,
hits.
what am I doing here, guys?
Okay. And now, fours. 3, 5, 7.
7. Okay.
7 more.
That'll put them on snakes.
It's a good thing that
Alright,
regiment
so
is
double
still there,
ones.
huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nope.
And rather than 6 to him, it does not look good.
No.
Nope. All right.
That is basically going to do it, right? I don't see where Mike
Probably.
that.
Probably.
Because we're only in turn 3.
So these chips.
Boy, he's got at least 3 turns of bringing some very fast stuff to bear down on Mike. No.
Yeah. I feel like he reformed them up onto the hill a little bit more than
A little
they
bit. I don't think I mean, I do agree with you, but everything's
Okay.
big, so I don't know how much it really matters.
It's quite
Yeah.
a big rotation there. It's gained a few inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the leader point just needs to be touching the hill to see, and everything's already so close.
Sure. Okay.
Also, everything's
All
nice.
right.
I mean, everything that matters
That's
is
all our
green.
combats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Over to you, sir.
All right. My turn 3.
Yep.
Let's see, I'll turn down limit. Yeah, I mean, flubs aside, I think Mike was in a tough position either way, despite the regiment, despite not rolling to test nerve on that one unit, despite Corey moving that unit a few inches more than he should have there on that reform. But I think the game plan from the get-go just wasn't benefiting Mike. So now you have a situation that Mutant Rat feeds doing nothing. Those Mind Screechers are just going to shoot that other horde off the board. Who cares about the Regiment Glade Stalkers? They're chaff at this point.
Yeah, I don't have the pivot
And
angle for it.
Mike doesn't actually need to hold anything. Or, I'm sorry, Corey doesn't need to take the tokens from Mike. He just needs Mike to not be holding them. And it's very well likely that he can make that happen at this point. So, but it is Northern King, so fucking blitz, baby. Blitz.
Having a look, it seems that Vermin really only applies to the Rat Fiend and the Vermintide, and nothing else.
That's interesting.
So the Rat Fiend has done literally nothing this game so far.
And he will do nothing again this turn. Probably the following. Yeah, Beast Cavalry don't smash through Mind Screeches. You're on 4s and 4s. 4s and 3s, I'm sorry. It's not guaranteed, man.
Yeah.
13, 15, 18
yeah,
attacks.
It's 6 wounds on average, so at most 8, at least 4. That's dicey.
Running low on shooting. These guys are 14, 16. Yes.
And you're going to have to probably put that
Yep, you're good.
clan chief into the front of the neophytes to keep them off your ass for a round.
They're inspired.
Yeah.
Matt says,
I think somehow try to get those tokens over to that Mutant Rat Fiend and hope for the best,
Maybe. Or turn around and open up with the weapons team and see if they'll do something for you.
So I was trying to ask at the end of last turn, what happened to that wounded weapon team? Did
It must
die
have
to
gotten
something?
shut off.
Yeah, something hit it probably, right?
Caught a lightning bolt or something like that.
Yeah. That could be a factor.
Yeah.
LFL, she has 1 attack. She's 13, 15.
So catching everybody up to speed real quick here. We got the left side of the screen. Corey has won that flank heavily. He's got Mikhail down below a wall. He's got a Dread Fiend, Soul Fiend on Dread Fiend, Soul Fiend, whatever it is, as well.
Just all the dreads and souls.
Left middle is a regiment of Impalers, a Mind Screech, a Summoner Crone. In the woods on the left top for Corey is a Glade Stalker regiment. And the dead center for Corey is Neophyte Horde, undamaged with 2 tokens, facing what's left of Mike's army on the right. That big horde up on the hill is a horde of Beast Cavalry and a horde of Shock Troops with 15 damage and a couple weapon teams. And lastly, we got Tango, who should have some wounds on her. I can't imagine she'd regen all those, but I don't see a marker there. But she did get hurt at some point. Corey is apparently playing Spin the Dreidel.
Well, Mike thinks.
Okay. You said he's a tall boy, so that's good. He certainly is.
We haven't gotten any results of any other games in yet, which isn't surprising as they've only been playing for an hour.
I'm surprised Bart's not done. That's a first.
All right, moving to shoot.
Moving to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, not to pick on Mike, but there's no way those units end up like that. It's not possible. They can't land in each other. They can't pivot like that. They can't do all that. It's fine. One of them should be back in inch or something like that. But
the war machines are nimble. That's something.
I know, but even still, I mean, you got 2 things nimble, and then they should end up one kind of above the other. It's just whatever, not a big deal. But nitpicking.
This is the master's day.
I am. That's all. It's masters.
Got it. So you.
Are we talking about throwing the Beast Cav into Lathiel just so they have something to do?
Hmm.
I mean, what,
You're a pain in my ass.
See, I'd still pop them into
This
the
guy, he's armor 5. Oh, that sucks.
Mind
The
Screech up the
Screechers are
top
so
because you
good.
got the
Yo, my creatures are only
clan
4.
chief there who's
This
mighty.
guy's
You can
armor 4? Correct. Yep.
stop that
This
neophyte
guy's
board
armor 5
for a turn.
Yeah.
Because that's something different. That's a soul being on a dread. Yep.
And Corey gets it right. Soul Bane on a
Mind
Dread Fiend.
Screech.
Soul
fucking
Dread on a
unit
Bowl
himself.
Fiend. Like,
They get 5 attacks.
it's a
Ball
mix and
drain
mash.
on a soul fiend.
Yep,
I think I can kill it.
that's the special character.
I think I can kill it.
Clash of Kings 2023. I'm pretty sure that
Ball
one's coming out.
drainer. I'll take the ball
Yeah.
drain. We're gonna replace Shakira with ball drainer. Yeah, this is a weird point in time though where there can be a swing by Mike that could go his way. I don't know what it is, but he pulled it off against me last time I played him in Vanguard. I was like, I got this game in the bag. And then I fucking blew it. So Corey's got to be careful, you know.
All right, so lining up for a turn 5 action with the Rat Fiend. Might be able to do something by then.
Yeah.
Tangle continues to run for its life with all the loot.
With everything dying around her horribly.
Will slide all the way over. See if you guys are going to drop the token. And
So War Engines cannot pick up tokens, right? I'm not crazy. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem over that side. Is it's not going to be anything to carry those tokens here soon.
I mean, they can
Corey's
stand
gonna-
on them, but that's it.
Yeah, but Mike or Corey doesn't need them. Need to pick them up.
Yeah.
Plus, turn 4, Mikhail goes behind everything. Turn 5 and 6, he has a chance to kill Tangle and dies. So
So what do you think of that move, the Beast
Drop in the
Cavalry
top.
shuffle?
Something about eggs and baskets.
I think it's fine. I mean, it's risky in the sense that if he fucking snakes it or whiffs somehow, he gets reared. I thought the play was to basically give them up and turn them, face them towards the neophytes and just take a charge to the face. Right now, he's going to do that while also killing Lathiel. I think that's not terrible. I mean, he did drop a token on the shock troops, so now he's got Tangle with all 3. That's kind of best case scenario. It's going to take neophytes turn 4 and probably also turn 5 to kill his Beast Cav. Right?
So the War Chief's taken on the Impalers?
Could be.
Hopefully, he remembers to
Yeah.
roll a nerve check there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can move at the double with tokens. So if the Tangle literally just like sprints for the back corner, and the weapons team blow that Mind Screech out of its way, then maybe he does
Fine,
end the
free.
game with 3 tokens on his opponent's side of the table and wins the scenario.
It's very possible. Yeah.
It's a bit of a long shot.
I wonder what happened to those wounds on the Tangle. I mean, does he have just a generic heal in his list?
4 hits. Okay.
Did anything put wounds on the Tangle?
1 wound.
Yeah, because remember it was up on the hill and he like lightning bolted it or something like that.
We'll do 11 fireball.
Am I crazy?
I don't think he lightning bolted the
Maybe
Tangle.
you are.
Was it Kryza?
He definitely.
Yeah, I think it was
yeah,
Kryza.
he definitely hit Kryza all the way over on the other side of the table.
Okay, that must be what it was.
4 damage. Puts me at 5.
All right, so it's 5 damage from shooting.
No other shooting. Yeah.
So that was that the fire?
So it's going to be nerve check there with
That was
shatter.
weapons teams at the
So
Mind
5
Screech on
and
the
6,
right.
so 13, 15. 9. Hope them.
Okay.
And he gets it.
First roll.
All right. So the weapons
That's
teams
ball game, folks. I think so.
Did the job.
picked up the Mind Screech. All right, so that gives the Tangle pretty much a clear
Okay, we'll go to melee.
shot to sprint for the back corner. He might go all.
Here's where Mikhail should have been.
Yeah, so we're
Should
going to
have
go
been in the
here.
middle.
Next turn, Mikhail should be charging Tangle.
And dipshit. 3 hits. Here's 1. Plus 1. Yeah. So 3s. Vicious.
Oh, okay.
2 more.
All right, so 13 or 12? 13, yeah.
13. Okay. Nerve check there.
Do it again, Sam.
Yeah.
All good. Pretty close to the best, aren't you?
Maybe.
He's just going to stand
No,
there,
he's taking.
double middle finger.
Waving his arms at the world, right?
Yep. Let's do. Well,
Yeah, that,
the
that
beast
Mikhail
cab.
situation is going to be big.
Oh,
See where it
threes?
goes.
Yes. 3s and 3s. Okay.
So it's like the
Ace
probably
again.
the beast cav on Lethiel, I'm guessing.
Quite a few ones in there.
Wow, 1, Jesus. 2, 4, 6, 7.
7. All right.
Mm,
Oof.
So she is 15.
Sweet.
Yep. So I need an 8 twice. Slice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's where the risk was.
yeah.
Give me another one.
Got it once, and
No. There we go.
Yep. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool, Corey. That's cool.
Yeah,
Roll your 75 attacks.
All right, you ready? Attacks.
Yep.
Okay, so that's them going next.
Do your thing.
That's actually huge because
Hitting on 4s.
neophytes for a couple of turns, and now the neophytes are
Moving
one shot.
on 2s.
Yes.
Although, is it a flank or rear? It's close. It's hard to tell from here.
They're dead. Either way.
All right, valid point. Valid point. Okay, this is like 19 hits on average. So
And 2s.
times 2, yeah, they're dead. You're right.
14. Okay.
Snakes twice.
that's snakes twice. Oh yeah, or no, snakes once, isn't it?
Lethael's
no, Lethael's there.
expiring.
Oh, that's right. Lethiel's not dead,
Tight. Yeah. All right.
and that picks them up. Okay.
These guys will.
You want to pivot to face the neophytes?
Right.
I don't know if I can spin.
Yeah, you can.
I can
That way, yeah.
Yeah.
keep
Just
everybody in
move them
my
over
front.
across a couple of
Easily.
inches. Everyone's doing it.
Sell your cheap rat lives
Yeah.
dearly.
Magnet.
Protect that
Go off.
tangle.
He said. So we lose the beast cavalry, but
But you'll probably win the war, so it's
It's tough. It's only 3, right? So Mind Screech only needs to pepper that horde of shock troops,
I
finish them
will
off,
put
right?
that even
Hmm.
farther so you can't dance around him.
Right.
yeah. But then you got a mutant rat fiend and some weapon teams that can stand in
That
the way.
is your turn 4.
It is. All right.
And Corey really needed Mikhail over there. I'm never going to shut up about it because it's really crucial here. Mikhail should be charging Tangle right now. Putting like 8 wounds on her first try. 7 wounds. Something like that. And then Dread, he has a chance of popping her in 1 shot, but guaranteed in 2. But now he might not even catch her. It's turn 4. He'll catch her on like 6, so he's going to have to get it on 1 shot.
Very interesting.
Did we decide what size is Tangle?
Tangled is a Titan,
She is
Yeah.
size 6.
but only height 3.
Height 3.
That's all I worried. That's what I was worried about. So he can't even like try to shoot up and over everything to soften her up a little bit.
No.
So it's up to Mikhail. Dread Fiend, maybe get over there.
Gonna go that way. Double pivot and go.
Yeah, I think you got at least one of those is mine.
Well, I've got like 8, so you can have as many as you want.
Oh, now they're talking ownership of angles.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's not going to help a ton, but do something.
Yeah, I mean, if Corey has to take those neophytes with the tokens on them, like back onto his own side of the table to chase down the tangle, he might win the game. But I guess
Yeah.
No, then
if
he'll have-
he'll have max points. He could get
Yeah.
max points. Right?
he'll have 5 tokens. Yeah, if he
Yeah.
gets them all, then he'll have 5 tokens even on
Yeah,
his
he,
side.
he needs to kill Tangle. I mean, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
She's wavered. Yes. So she's just gonna do that. Withdraw.
So Lathiel is wavered, so she doesn't really get to do any of her fancy
Moonwalk 3 inches.
stuff,
That way, friend.
right?
Are they activated, or I thought they were innate abilities to remove this? Well, there is no stealthy or spell word right now, anyways, right?
Right. Yes, I guess it doesn't
So
matter.
Doesn't really matter. But
Yep. Interesting.
Staples. Yeah, I mean, it's still a game. Despite early on, it was looking very one-sided, but there's a path to victory-ish for Mike, but I don't know that it's likely at this point. We're still so early. I hope Corey doesn't do another stupid move with Mikhail. I'm gonna just go like charge these beast cavalry,
Yeah, we do still have half the game, so we will
Yeah.
see. But the Tangle can move 10 inches every round, even carrying tokens. So he can.
Yeah, but Mikhail's moving 18. So
Sure.
one turn gets him close. Second turn within range. Yeah, so it's
She's running. Where does she start?
Stay right here. She had equal distance here to here. Either way. All right. I'm gonna come over your side, Mike.
All right, here we go. Finally.
Uh-huh.
finally. God damn it, Corey. Why isn't the microphone in your ear working? I told you what to do. You just didn't hear.
Paging Mikhail. Paging Mikhail. Get your ass to the other side of the table immediately.
Let's see how close he can get. He knows he needs to go.
All right, so still can't charge next turn because Tangle will be out of the way.
He's still got more distance to go. Is that his full 18?
Yeah, I think so.
Excuse me
Sure.
for a moment.
Yeah, I don't really like that move with the Gladestalkers on Corey's part either, because Tangle's going the other direction. I'd go try move them up next to that Mind Screech over there, personally.
Yeah, I guess it depends on whether the tokens are on those Gladestalkers or on the
The neophytes, after all.
the
That's a good
neophytes,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If they are in that, then he needs to get them across the table. Because then even if he loses, he still gets, 4 bonus points?
Yeah,
having
now,
those
now that you
across the
mention
table.
it, does look right in the center. It looks like that little green token that says Kings of War on it. Is that right? You might be right. The tokens might be on those Gladestalkers. Which is interesting. That Chieftain might come in and steal the game.
Maybe. I don't know that he's going to one-shot them.
No, I know. But that Soul Bane on Dreadfiend won't be able to charge if the Chieftain does charge him.
Sure. War Chief only has, he's got 5 attacks. He could do it, but it'll take the whole rest of the game.
Yeah. Something.
And they're likely to hurt him pretty bad on the clapback.
Yeah,
He's only 11-13.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's defense 5. Yeah, no, they'll probably still get him eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are they going? The first set of lightning bolts.
Looks like he's ready to start shooting.
Yep.
Right, this unit. Okay. From this guy. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
So 8
1, 2,
hits
3
with
damage. 3 damage. Okay.
3 damage onto the shock troops. I think that's from both of the.
This guy had the tangle.
It's about done, almost.
4 hits. Yep. Defense 4,
Sure.
right?
Starting to work the tangle. As it
3
needs to.
damage.
That's pretty big.
Yep.
Okay.
Tangle's only dash 14.
That's it. Okay. So tangle first. 14. So I did fearless. 15 fearless. So I did 12 twice. Didn't get it. Here, 18. Got him. Again, she inspired. Yep, okay. 5. Got him. 5. 23. Just out.
Oi.
All right. Okay, well that's bad for Mike.
Yep. Yep.
Here. A shit ton of dice coming at you. Okay.
Neophyte horde in the flank. Yeah.
Starters.
Nothing will ever beat the time I saw Alex roll up rear charge with Brock Riders on Trooper Gargoyles.
These are the.
Got a minute 50 on this clock. And the guy's like, roll it.
Yeah.
And 20 more?
Correct.
Roll it out.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 24, 30. Okay. And the reroll. One more. Okay. All right. So then these are 4s in the fight. Yep.
Your plus one.
Hammer.
Yep. Oh, yep. Just always 4s.
Always 4s. 4. 8 so far. Okay. And then 20.
Oh, the classic. Oh, I am okay. No, I got 20 more dice to roll.
Yep.
You're not okay.
No elites.
Jesus, that was a lot of hits for 20 dice for no elite.
Seemed pretty elite to me.
So
Smart.
4, 7 more.
7 more.
15 total. Yep. And they're 15, 17, right? Yep.
Snakes
Plus
ones.
a double one.
Got it once. They're done. They are done. And then D6 forward 1. So do I want to do that? Let's see how close you are, my friend.
Wait, do I want to?
Actually, you are out right now, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go for it. You got it. Chilling. Like a bone. All right. Do mean things to me, Mike. Do mean things to me.
My turn 4.
All right, that is going to bring us
Do
to the
mean
bottom of
things.
4.
All right, so Mutant Rat Fiend can't pass up an opportunity to kill that Mind
Okay, you're
Screech.
going to keep running. You can get away from me for sure.
Yep. Run for your life, Tangle. Run for your
Yep.
life.
We'll flank out.
So we have, it looks like some game results coming in already from round 3. Looks like Bart Kohler beat Donnie Krolsch. Looks like Nathan Clevenger beat Kyle Timberlake.
Good check.
Blake Robertson beat Larry Essick. And I think that's all that's in right now.
Okay, so lining up to shoot Lethale.
Yeah, just getting the crossfire set up.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, why the hell not?
You should.
Get rid of her before she does nasty
All
shit.
I can do.
Yep. Pushes.
Just run away.
Yeah.
Grab a loot
You
and run.
might be able to catch the Tangle turn 6. Definitely if there's a turn 7.
Charge these guys.
Yep.
Yep, you are.
It's definitely dicey.
It's going to be hilarious when it, like, bottom of turn 6, the only thing
know.
left on Mike's side is the Tangle with 3 tokens in the top corner.
Yep, that's legit.
Charge these guys.
That's legit.
You're in combat
I
now.
will take my 20-point win, thank you.
That's a thing. That's a thing that I have to do.
He's got his pictures. He's got a Mind Screech. So he's got enough to start peppering Tangle. I mean, at Dash 14, defense 4, she's going to be getting softened up quite a bit. So.
Mm.
Here comes the weapons team shooting at Lathiel.
Here's a couple. More than a couple. Yep.
They are mad.
And armor 4, so 3s, please.
They've been standing around waiting all game to shoot something. Like we killed a Mind Screech last turn.
Oh, we got 4. All right, that puts her 11.
That should be plenty.
That's it for shooting. Nerve check on her.
She's only 13,
Head
15.
6
So,
once. Got her.
and that picks up
Okay.
Lathiel, which is 165
Red miss.
points.
Nice.
More like charcoal, right? Just charcoal. Yep.
All right, then we got the Mutant Rat Fiend against the Mind Screech.
Oh, enough dice.
10 attacks, right?
Yep. In the flank 20. Hits on 3s.
So 20 on 3s. Crush 2, so what, 2?
Ooh, gotcha.
And the
Same
Strider.
dice, same dice.
And Vicious.
And Vicious.
And then
pretty bad
crush
roll.
2, so you're on 2s.
Yeah.
Crush 2, vicious.
If he survives, that's pretty big. So you can go
Yeah.
blitz, run past his arc.
Mutant Rat Fiend's height 6, though. He's not going to be able to see or shoot.
The Mind Screech will be disordered anyways. I just mean
Yeah.
if his neophytes can run past the
Nine,
arc of the Mutant
6
Rat Fiend.
once. 6 once.
6 once.
Come over
Ooh,
to the
only-
nerve zone.
Only 9. That's kind of...
Got him.
I got him.
All right, picks it up.
Okay.
There's a game here.
Interesting.
Mikhail's
Interesting.
still a turn behind.
I will back up. Okay. D3.
Yeah.
This one. One.
Don't think that was the right move there, Mike.
No.
Why would you do that? What did that do for you?
Don't not move me. Yep.
If he was trying to get away from the horde so they can't charge him this turn, maybe make him charge next
Four
turn.
hits.
Who cares?
Twos.
There's no need for them to charge him.
Yep. 4 wounds, 4 damage.
All right, this is the chieftain.
On the neophytes, yeah.
They're fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're
So
fine.
trying to.
Okay.
Make him think.
Good charge. Let's see.
Yeah, here they come.
Don't
To
charge.
the guy there. Gotta get closer somehow.
What? I don't like
Gets them
that.
closer. Might be
Yeah,
able
but he's
to
not
take
gonna.
it out.
He's not gonna kill him though. He could have gone with the double.
Yeah.
And he is
Because
Might
he's
be able
worried
to take
about
him at
that.
turn 6.
Because he's worried about the war engines lighting him up.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy. Easy peasy.
Still gotta measure it.
I did.
18.
Oh, you smart ass Corey. All right, Mikhail, you're finally there.
How can he survive?
Your moment has come.
All right.
Do something
Over
useful.
here.
Yeah, see, I think the neophyte should have gone at the double straight across so that there's 2 targets for those war engines to shoot at. Right now, it's an obvious just shoot at Mikhail, right?
Shoot it,
Yep.
Mikhail. Yeah.
See. Don't risk that. Not gonna. Shots aren't gonna matter.
Yeah. And now, like they charge the clan lord or whatever with the soul bane. Looks like. Okay. Because he can still just run away next turn. If he's still alive, he can just turn and go punch that last mind screech, so he can't lightning bolt
And
Yeah.
you
tangle.
definitely want to throw some lightning bolt. That's definitely a thing we're gonna do here.
Will the tangle escape?
2 more turns. It's a little tough.
Will he
Yep.
shoot it to death this turn?
Yeah, it's tough because he's
I
got
don't know.
what's that? Summoner Crone has what again? Alchemist Curse, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. Only getting it's 8 shots instead of 10, right?
Lightning bolt 6. Sure.
Oh, here we go. Roll it. Turn it up. Turn it up.
You know the target. Yep.
Mind screech at the
Start.
tangle.
Freeze. 4 damage. 4 damage.
Puts it up to 7. That puts it on 7.
Puts him at 7.
Yeah.
Alchemist Curse.
6. You're good, right?
Oh, what?
All right.
Yep.
Here.
6 is
Did he-
good, just
Did he
barely.
go? Did he go at the
Please.
double with Alchemist Curse? Probably.
Probably.
Oh,
Ah,
it's-
right. Yeah.
Freeze.
That was 1 off of
4
a kill.
damage. Here. Yes, there. Yeah. Okay. Plus 7. 11.
I think he's wavered.
Okay.
I'll check, but that sounds right.
War chief does waver on 11, so yeah.
That's
Like
good.
11, 13 or something. Yeah.
Keeps that mind screech
That's a
ready
big
to
deal,
lightning bolt it.
actually.
Yep.
Here, 25 attacks. Yep. Just gonna take out 5 and use everything else.
I doubt Mike remembered to roll his regen on Tangle either, right? Or is it Cries that has the regen?
It
The
is
tangle has
hindered.
regen.
6, but it's
So
only
4s
regen
and 4s.
6.
Yeah, they'll leave.
With a lead on the mutant rat fiend, it is what? -18 and fresh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna take too long.
With
Good
regen
roll,
5.
good roll over there though.
One. Anything
Holy
else?
shit.
Mike? Nope.
Look at that roll though.
Right.
No,
Or he might just
alright.
blow through it and it doesn't.
I was gonna
And
say
then
if
we
he's
got
not
Curse,
inspired, this could be crazy here if he just pops him out of nowhere.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. He's a dash
Ooh,
18 now. You not really, right?
This is
And
big.
once. Oh, he's good.
He's good.
Oh,
He sticks.
So
Nice.
close.
10 damage there. 10 damage there.
but we're only in 5. We're only in 5, so
Yeah, he gets another turn.
That's it.
at least one more, right?
At least
Let's
one
hope the
more.
regen kicks in.
That's my 5.
Honestly, Mike would be better off just not charging, just force another hindered charge.
Yes.
He is.
Hmm.
That's what I would do.
Does the tangle even do? Fireball 10? Yeah, no, run away.
Left to do, but
Yep.
right, just run and hope.
Regen and run, man.
No, we're not wrong. Are you gonna fireball me? And spin twice.
It's not enough. It's 30.
Don't do that.
I mean, if you
Mikhail will murder you if you just stand there.
Stand on it.
Yeah, he's got a chance to kill him. He's got 30 shots on 4s, Pierce. So 20 on 4s, Pierce, and 4s, 5 wounds. And then,
and you can
couple more.
protect the front of a tangle with the
Yeah.
2 war machines there.
right.
There.
Right there. Yeah.
So it's a little risky, but if he protects it the first time, does enough wounds,
What
and
are
the
you
next
doing?
turn,
Mike? He's doing something. He's trying to do something sneaky.
Hmm.
is he trying to kill the?
4, 5. Yep.
That's
Oh.
ugh,
There.
this is too risky for me.
This is getting a little antsy over here, right? Yeah, you should just guard with the war engines, shoot Mikhail, force
Yep.
Mikhail to charge the war engine,
And then
and
shoot again.
shoot again, and kill Mikhail, and hope that he survives whatever else is out there. But I guess he's got an Alchemist Curse and the Lightning Bolt still coming in on the next turn, right? So
Right.
he's trying to figure out a way to get around that. Also, it's probably
He's not
too
going to be able
much.
to stop the shooting that's coming his way.
Yeah.
No, if the war chief hadn't gotten wavered and could have punched the
Yep,
Mind
the
Screech,
Mind
that would have
Screech.
at least taken one off.
Yep.
One source of shooting off.
So then you just stand on it.
Now roll your regen. Remember the regen.
So we're not doing
Get
that.
6 6s. Yahtzee it.
Yep.
No.
Is he going to hope for like a lucky waiver on the Mind Screech? He just doesn't have enough to deal with all 3 of those right now.
2.5
No.
inches gets me about there.
Still 2 inches away.
Yeah.
That's,
This is Masters level play right here, though. There's like a lot of options, almost infinite, right? And
Does that still work?
what are the right ones? I don't think any of us know because none of us at Masters, but
Not stealthy though.
He is.
Looks like Jeff Franz has beaten Corey Walliser,
She
which
is
is
also
pretty big. They're on table
There you go,
5.
sir.
What's his height?
3. I'm sorry, he's a cab.
Height 3. Yep. My clock look like.
I mean, Mikhail's Fearless 16, Defense 5.
Good. 14 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
It's tough, but-
it's risky.
I hate
I
that
mean,
guy.
he's got
30
to play
shots, though.
2 turns, right? And he'll kill him in 2 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That will get me
So-
backwards.
It's like Eric Trowbridge beat Tyler Schultz this round. And I think that's all the results we have so far.
and Bart picked up at 25. That's big,
Yeah, Bart got some mad points.
but he did lose last round. So.
That's
Hey, guess what? I just checked for the first time. The comments. There's a lot of people commenting.
No, we have an audience. Hello, people at home watching along. We hope you've been enjoying this. I know we have. This has been a very, very fun few turns worth of. Wait a minute, is Mike actually going to pull this off? Hold on.
Scott in the comments also wants to point out that Mikhail is individual and stealthy, so shooting him might not be a great choice.
You can't expect us to know these rules, guys. We're just here to look pretty, okay?
It's not like we have the list right in front of us. We would have to actually read them.
I did look at him being stealthy earlier when it was a different story, but yeah, I'm not thinking clearly.
So which way are you facing? This way?
If I'm facing this way, yeah.
Her in the front.
I was wondering why it was a bit quiet because I had on private chat, not the comments.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, nothing over there.
Oh, next time.
So we will see if Mike manages to figure out a clever way.
So that he can't charge.
Like the best thing he can do right this second is have the game end at the end of turn 5.
And that
I
will
would
be
say
clear.
that would be that's Mike's best shot at winning.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Pretty sure it's a character that can do that.
that would be a hell of a wacky character to have. Any turn after turn 4, it's a 50-50 chance that the game just ends.
In the flank there, in the front, clear shot. Okay.
All right.
Where are we starting? Starting with my regen. Okay.
He's remembering the regen. All right, that's good.
I need like something greater than something.
Looking for 6s.
1.
Something amount is greater than 0. Put it down to 6.
Down to 6. It would have been fucking nice.
That's about right.
Do better than that, but here we are. And hell, this guy's
Here
wayward.
we are. Yes.
All right.
Regen on the mutant rat fiend.
Yep. These are 5s, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Good region.
6.
That's a lot.
So down to 4, right?
Down to 3. Radiance.
Oh, Radiance as well. There
On
you go.
himself, yeah.
Boom, shakalaka.
That is the only thing he can do is countercharge them.
Yep.
Don't do. You should just sat there. I'm telling you.
On the shooting.
Doesn't benefit him any way to charge him right now.
All right.
Who's first?
So we'll see.
We're going to do the 2 weapon fiends into this lady.
Okay.
Hitting on 6s. Yep.
Ooh. Do one at a time. What are you doing?
And she is, that is the club.
13, defense 4.
Defense 4.
No, the 6s are coming. They're
Well, I needed them on the regen.
No. This will help. No, this will help. So
Yeah.
3s now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Yeah,
currently
on 6.
6. Nice.
6, 11, 13. So
Pretty
that's
Fireball, 4s and 4s.
Yep.
She's got the banner though.
Tango, you are fighting for your life.
He is fighting for his life.
5 hits.
He's like, I'm going to put up a great fight.
Watch.
They didn't account for the banner, did they?
They did
One
not.
more until you get the shatter. So
Or
7
spell
more
ward
shattering,
should
so-
have applied to her.
I needed
Right?
3 twice
Yep, 3 twice to waver me.
to wave, which is enough. Yep.
Yep. You got it. Wavered. Or no, that was a 6. Reroll it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Mike, waste no time.
And there goes the crone. But the mind screech is still out there.
Okay, mutant rat fiend.
Yep. You were ready.
But he has blocked Mikhail
Freeze.
Yep.
from charging the tangle, which means all he's got is
Cheers.
those 5 lightning
Yes,
bolts.
sir.
How many wounds are on them?
What's that?
How many wounds are on them?
4 so far.
7.
7. So 11.
Yes.
21, 23.
Mikhail should be killing a
Oh,
warrior
great.
right now. If it were up to
Yep.
me.
Seems good.
Right, but he's
Seems
not.
doable.
No.
Close one.
All right.
All right, that's what's up.
Yep. You're 6.
That will bring us to the top of
Okay.
turn 6.
This is too tense.
Right. So this basically comes down to whether that mind screech can shoot the tangle to death or not, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because they
Or
already agreed.
if we go to
that-
turn 7.
Or we go to turn 7, right? Because they already agreed that Mikhail can't charge the tangle.
Yep.
So he's gonna move that mind screech over.
So where are Corey's tokens? Are they all on?
They're on that Glade Stalker red.
I think they're on the-
in bottom left.
Okay, so he's got something there. That's good.
Yeah. So he does have 4 victory points technically at this point,
Yeah.
to Mike's 6 at the moment.
Man, what a game! I'm glad we picked this one. This is this is a good game. Right? I mean, this is scenario play in a nutshell, right? It's like
It really is. It really
I
is.
think you and I, Mike, right? We had our game a couple weeks ago. And it was
Yep.
like, I kind of destroyed you, but like
Killed the
you
hell
won
out of me, but I
you
still
won
won the game.
Yeah, it's like there's a little nuances you can't just let slip.
Laser focus on that scenario, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mankeys, in the comments. Great job on the casting.
I know that guy.
Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. We'll have more for you tomorrow.
I think that's Alex's brother, by the way.
Oh yeah, cool.
I can't imagine somebody else goes by Mankeys besides Andre.
All right, let's do some lightning things. Okay.
All right, here it is.
All right, here we go.
Lightning 6 again.
Yep.
Okay. The important
2, that's
roll.
this time.
Okay.
2 damage. Yep. Puts him at 8.
Yes.
Plus 1 for Dread, so he's at 9.
Yep.
He's not rallied, so it's at 14, right? Made a
That's-
5 once. Twice.
5 twice.
Oh, he aspires. Yep. Once.
And
Yep.
That'll do it. That's game.
That will
That's
do
it.
That is
That's
game.
huge.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Here. Yep.
That will drop those tokens. Yep.
Oh, that
25
was a good
attacks.
What a
fight.
great-
This is the counter charge, so no
Keep in
longer
mind-
needing hindered.
My heart's racing a little bit, and I'm not even there.
I
That
know.
that was a big roll. Corey did it with such like, yeah, just a 5 twice, no big deal. Boom, boom.
It's fine.
A lot of ones.
Who cares, Corey? Just fucking pick up the board.
Complete distance.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really. I guess on a turn 7, the Mind Screech could fly over there and pick
And
up
all
those tokens.
around. Yep.
That's a very good point.
That's
He did
what
set
they
himself
said.
up for that too.
Horse.
And in terms of clock management,
So,
there are 10 minutes and 9
3,
minutes in turn 6. That's pretty good.
6, 9, 12,
Look at this murdering
15,
that
right? That's a lot. So Snake Eyes once now?
15, yeah. They get 25 attacks?
They do. Yeah.
You got 25 dice? Yep.
Yeah. You drew a 5, I didn't roll. Got him.
Yeah, Corey's gonna pick up some points. If they go 7, Corey picks up those last 2.
All right.
Yep.
We had 20.
Well, at this point, he's got pretty much all
We'll
the
run
points.
forward to get into the forest.
Yeah.
Yep. 1 inch.
Like, those weapons teams are only 85 points. So
Yeah, so he should have max, right?
All right, and then over here into this guy. 1, 2, 3,
because he'll get
4,
he'll
5,
get the
6,
chief.
3s, and 3s again.
Yeah, but
I
he
am
needs one more token to get the 5 scenario points, right? Or
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it
Scott,
might be at 24.
5 damage on him.
On this guy?
Yep, so puts him at 9.
Yep.
Plus Dread. So 10.
He's 11,
Got him
13.
in the once again. Got him.
Picks up the war chief.
And we will stride forward D6. 4. All right, and then Mikhail.
Yep.
Triples attacks, so 6 because they're war machines. 12.
Yeah, Mike,
and 18.
Mike did kill a whole lot of stuff, so he's going to get a couple of points.
Threes.
He's going to get a couple of points out of it, but dropping all the tokens.
I mean, he made a good run at it. I think
He did. He had a good shot.
And then that
Corey's a
is
tough
that.
opponent.
Defense
my God,
5, right?
yeah.
Yep, so 3s.
I think, honestly, I think the game was him forgetting a little nerve on that
8,
Regiment of
10.
Impalers.
Yeah.
Got him.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, those neophytes aren't.
then we'll
Maybe
just-
not, I guess, neophytes. But the neophytes killed that speed scab and they wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. It might have taken 2 turns.
Turn 6.
Yeah.
But it kind of ends up not mattering.
Yeah.
We'll blow somebody up, right?
See if we get points. Yep.
And that's going to bring us to the bottom of turn 6.
10.
He has one weapon team.
Yep.
And then 2s.
Yes.
Is he shooting at a fight for it?
Neophyte, yeah, he's trying to kill him.
7 wants to 7 rate me.
Oh,
Nope. No, wavered.
Waivers.
oh
Ah,
well.
Bummer.
Bummer.
You're roll for 7, my man.
Let's
Yeah.
see. if
Turn
it
7
would matter.
roll.
Now.
Nope.
Nope.
And that is game.
Okay.
That was close. That was close. I needed a little bit more regen. If this guy hadn't, it's kind of like a cascade.
needed to remember the nerve roll.
I was going to say the classic, like, let me explain to you why I lost here.
Yep.
We know.
Good call blowing her up, though, because I was like, yeah, she'll get you if you
You
don't.
know, if I rolled dice better, I probably
know,
would have won.
Well, if I actually rolled the dice I was supposed to roll, I would have won.
Decisions I made.
All right, so that's going to be a win for Corey Reynolds.
Flank charge.
Great game, though. Man, that was a great game to cast, honestly.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
Congratulations to
no.
Corey.
Yeah.
You missed it.
So they're going to do their math, but obviously Corey's going to get a lot of points as he nearly tabled Mike, but does not have all the tokens. He's only got 2 tokens across the table,
Like a
so he's
20.
going to be looking at like a 23 or 24, probably a 24. And Mike Ireland will get
7 or 8, probably.
2 or 3. Yeah, he'll probably get like a 7 or 8 point loss here, which is not bad for the end of the first day at Masters.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a good game. I still believe that Mikhail move made this way closer than it should have. Because what does that or Troop of Claw shots do that he
Nothing.
killed? Those Blade Stalkers would have just gone and killed them.
Yeah.
And Mikhail should have been fucking up Tangle a turn earlier.
Yeah.
But interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting game. kind of exciting there at the end. Like I was anxious to see if Mike was going to pull that out.
He definitely had a chance. I mean, the numbers were against him as it got going, but
Yeah, I certainly put the Twilight Kin on the advantage from the beginning, and I think
yeah,
Mike did a good job to bring it back.
yeah. I mean, I've played him and I've watched a few of his games, and he does that. I mean, his talent really is late game play. I think though that his deployment really hurt him. I think that that
Mm-hmm.
left flank, without putting even a single threat over there, just it gave him a real tough spot to fight. He was playing from behind from the early onset, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's just what it was. And there's Beast Cav. If they're on the left flank, then he doesn't lose that flank early on, and he could still have pushed up. And
Sure.
yeah, I think deployment is really where he lost the game. Even though it got real close, I'm not bashing his play as things went on, but
Sure, but something that slowed down all the stuff on the left, finishing and coming over even another turn.
yep.
And like you say, the Beast Cav didn't really do much of anything in the middle. So having them over there, even just to delay things for a turn, might have swung it for him.
Yeah.
From a list standpoint, I think he would have been better off having the demon spawn.
Yep.
To be able to try to do some ranged attack.
And just more nimble flying threat.
Yeah, it does what the Beast Cav does, and then some, and then the
Smaller
shooting,
footprint.
and yeah,
It's a
it's
smaller footprint, yeah. And when you're fighting something like Twilight Kin, where everything is fast, everything is so fast, it's good to have a nice speed counter that you can throw out there.
And while the fly is good, he didn't really do much with it. It was just sort of sat in the middle for a bit and then died.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't take advantage of it. And
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah,
the Beast
he
Cav is so
tried.
good.
He tried and he got wind blasted back out of range. He tried to set up a good second or third round charge.
I didn't even see that, to be honest.
Yeah. He got Corey the mind screeches wind blasted him back. I think he had a charge lined up on the mind screech on the far right, like in turn 2 or something like that, and Corey just wind blasted him just back out of range, and then they just kind of sat there.
Yeah, I just think they were in a bad position. They should have been. I think they should have been on the left flank to keep Corey honest. Corey couldn't have been so aggressive like he was.
Yep.
And Corey literally just waltzed down the left flank with his tokens. Didn't even have to try. And I mean, ultimately, he kind of made a misstep with that Mikhail play. But I think if Corey was a little more forward thinking and brought Mikhail out a turn earlier, then Mike was gone. I mean, Kreis wouldn't have even had or Tang wouldn't have even had a chance to get across the board because she would have been dead. So I think deployment was really where things went wrong. Even though,
And with the power of hindsight, that's how we win the game.
yeah,
Right.
like come on, you fucking idiots, just fucking do what I told you to do.
Watch
after
the stream,
game.
then go back and play the game correctly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it for our round 3 coverage here. I'd like to thank Mike and Ben for hanging out with me and covering the game.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Everybody at home for watching. We will have a recap for the day posted to the site as soon as it's available. And as the games wrap up, I'm going to try to grab a couple of our Dash28 contributors who are there just to chat with them for a few minutes about how the day has gone, just to see what the general scuttlebutt is, or what shenanigans there are going on that we haven't seen from just looking at the scores and everything. So keep your eyes open for that. Hopefully that'll be streaming sometime in the next 20, 30 minutes.
And if I can chime in very briefly, for anybody that's still watching by perchance, please be grateful for Mike Adkins hosting this, putting all this together, because this is not normal at all. This is awesome to be able to keep up with what's going on. I remember watching Masters last year. I was like, "What's going on, guys?
What's happening?"
Was it last year that somebody cheated, or it's 2 years ago? I can't remember, but I remember the end of day one, be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I just you just grab at straws from some random text and stuff, and Benson's got a delivery.
Hey, I got a delivery of food.
But anybody that's watching, please thank Mike Adkins for doing this and hosting this. This is awesome. It's just great.
Thanks,
Keep up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna race to the end here. Again, we will have rounds 4, 5, and 6 tomorrow for you, and a little bit of a wrap up here coming up soon. You can check dash28.org, check the news section or the recently posted articles section for the recaps from today. And until next time, I'm your host, Mike Atkins, saying you stay safe out there. And we will see you next time on Dash 28 Live. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.